Are you ready to take the move to becoming an expat, but you just don't know where to start and you're really afraid about not being able to budget? Well, in this video, I'm going to break down some of the things that you need to be thinking about with your cost of living. So this is just an add-on to my other cost of living videos. So let's go ahead and dig in. Hey, Jason here. If you've been watching the channel, you've been seeing me as I've been going through this expat life. 9 years into the game, 4 countries strong. I am now in Lusaka, Zambia. And so I just wanted to share this with you because it was in the comments, and so I just realized, like, oh man, I never talked about this fully. So let's go ahead and break this down, and this is just some more things you should be considering when it comes to your budget and cost of living when living abroad. So one of the things that, besides from your rent and things like that, healthcare, you need to be focused on, like, how are you going to be able to get and receive mail, or if you want to order packages. Like if you're someone like me who likes to order from Amazon normally when I was in the United States, Amazon, there's an Amazon Zambia here. However, I haven't personally used it yet. I use AliExpress just because I'm finding the same things on Amazon for almost 3/4 of the less of the price. Like it's literally cheap. Even right now, this microphone that I'm recording from, it just went and picked it up today. It's a USB microphone. Got it for when I'm doing my podcast and doing live videos. And I paid, I believe, $25 for it. And this is one of the things that I really, really love about Zambia. Electronics are cheap, man. So here I have everything. It goes to the main post office when it comes into the country. And it can take anywhere from about 2 weeks to maybe a month. This one here, and this is one of the things I love about the post office here in Zambia. I got a message from the seller that, hey, it should be at the post office, just check and see. And I was trying to call them on the landline, but the number wasn't working, so I just shot them a text, because they will text you on your cell phone and let you know when you have a package ready. And the guy, he was like, yeah, you got something here, man? I was like, okay, cool, I really appreciate it. I'll be there today just to pick it up. And so they had it set aside for me, which was amazing. Everything was ready. And it only cost me about 40 kwacha. It cost me 40 kwacha every time I have to pick up an item. Doesn't matter the size. I haven't done anything really, really big or over bulk yet. I do eventually plan on shipping one of those expandable container homes here to put on my land out in Chama. And I'll let you know once I do that. And that'll probably be about next year at what the price of that is for shipping it in, as far as picking it up from the post office. But this right here was just 40 kwacha. And so you have to understand, like, you're going to have to pay 40 kwacha every time you pick up an item here. And it is for each actual item. It's not for per pickup. It's for each item that you have come in. And 40 kwacha, I believe it's like $1.50, maybe $1.60 with the current exchange rate, somewhere around there. So you're not breaking the bank, but it is something you need to add in if you're someone who's going to be ordering tons and tons of things back to back. I'm pretty sure it can add up over time. Now, one of the second things that you are going to need to look into if you're becoming an expat, you're going to be looking into your internet service. Now, here in Zambia, there's 3 providers. There's 4 providers, I'm sorry. There's Liquid, Airtel, MTN, and Zamtel. I used to have MTN. It worked in the area that I was living before. It didn't work great in this area, so I stopped paying for it. Liquid they have fiber optics, but they're only in limited areas. So they literally stopped 2 streets before mine because I was going to get them. Zamtel, it wasn't working for me. I tried Zamtel, and from what everybody told me, it works more when you're going to the rural areas or to the villages. And so I have a Zamtel Pocket Wi-Fi just for that. Now I use a home router. It's a 5G. I pay 850 kwacha a month. I believe that's a little bit over about 22 to 27 US dollars. And that's for 850 megabytes per second. You can double that if you want, and it'll be 1,500 kwacha, which will probably be about 48 US dollars, maybe 48 to 52 US dollars. But what I've noticed is there's not big of a difference between the 2 services, so I just go on the cheaper end, and it does everything I need to do as far as watching shows on TV, shooting these videos, uploading, if I need to do a live video, something like that. And even for my Xbox, if I need to download some games or something, I can do all of that through the internet with that 850 megabytes per second. And so it's not very expensive at all in the grand scheme of things. I remember in Panama, I was paying, I believe I was paying 60 or 70 US dollars when I was in Panama. Colombia, I was paying about 45 US dollars. South Africa, I believe I was paying 30 US dollars. So this has been the cheapest internet I've had so far as paying the cost, and it works well. So those are just two of the things that you're gonna be looking at as far as your cost of living. And then just the third thing that you wanna look into is like your just regular everyday clothes. Like, so for me, I wear a size 13 US shoe. I spend more money on shoes. Now I found a place here where they actually have my size. I get knockoff Jordans, Nikes. I don't care about name brand personally, so I don't need the real thing to try to impress someone. So I pay about 27 US dollars per shoe. Now what I do is I tell the guy, I'm like, hey, whenever you got 13s in, size 47, shoot me a message. They text me directly, let me know what they got, let me know how much it is, and I just go pick them up, and I tell them to set it aside. And so that is something as a guy, you will need to be understanding that about your budget. If you need good running shoes and things like that, you're going to have to go to the mall and buy the real things, and you will be paying about 100 US dollars. So like even for me, I need a good pair of walking shoes. It's not basketball shoes. And I'm going to have to go to the Total Sports, I think is the name, in Manda Hill. And the shoes I saw there was about 100 US dollars. So some things you're not going to get around in as far as your budget, but there's a lot of things where your budget will become a lot cheaper. For the women, there's tons of clothes. Like, you have so many places. Everything is so much affordable for you all. I don't know why guys get hit so hard with the budget when it comes to clothing and stuff. But even with makeup and things like, makeup, I'm sorry. For the ladies, if you're a black woman, makeup here, I don't think they have all of the brands for the shading and stuff like that. So you may want to stock up or have like a good amount of those just ready. I will say this, be very cautious buying different products here, because you gotta remember they get a lot of things shipped in from India and China, and some of those things do have bleaching cream in it. And so I'm real big on just making sure I get natural products for myself because I don't want anything bleaching or messing up this beautiful chocolate skin. And I just wanted to share that with you. If you have any questions or comments, just ask them down below and I'll get back to you. If you're here on the continent, and you don't have to be in Lusaka, but in another country, and if you have something that you want to add about that I may have missed out about cost of living or things that if you're going to become an expatriate, and you might want to be living abroad here in Africa, that someone should be maybe focused on, or a question that they have about, just leave it down here in the comments. Like, the more information we all share with each other, the easier and simpler it's going to be for more and more people to come here, and it'll be really easy for them to readjust here without any false expectations. And so just remember this, I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.